Hello, so my name is Treasure. If it's your first time coming to my channel, this is my second video of the day. And in this video, I'm going to be reflecting on my first semester at the illustrious Xavier University of Louisiana. I'm going to be touching on almost 20 things in this video. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so basically, Xavier is in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I am from Chicago. And so I chose Xavier because it was a HBCU, and it's like number 3. It's ranked number 3 of all HBCUs, and it is really known for its STEM program, even though I'm not involved in STEM. So it's really known for its STEM program, which is like the sciences, like bio pre-med, chemistry pre-med. It's really known for that. So I was, interested in that. But yeah, my major is public health. So that's kind of, it's health, but it's like more practical. It's not really technical like pre-med and stuff like that. And it focuses on the overall health of a population, a community, a group, ensuring that everyone is healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. Public health is just broad. I'm still learning about it myself, but I really love it. I don't have a minor yet, but my major is public health. I'm thinking about minoring in accounting and maybe being a healthcare administrator. And I'm expected to graduate in 2023, so this is my freshman year of college. So yeah, I'm going to be reflecting on the fall 2019 semester. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is being away from home. Like I said, I am from Chicago, and I went all the way to New Orleans. Being away from home, it really wasn't hard. Because I easily, adjusted to making friends and stuff like that, and I feel like I'm really independent, and so being away wasn't hard. Sometimes I did miss my family, but I knew that I was there for one reason only. The next thing I'm going to touch on is meeting new people. Meeting new people wasn't hard for me, but being around different types of people is kind of weird because everybody isn't like you. Everybody doesn't, have the same beliefs and the same cultures, and they don't do what you do. Like, everybody's different. But it was nice meeting different types of black people because, like, living in one place, all the black people might seem the same, but when you're around different types of black people from the South, from the North, from the West, from California, Houston, like Atlanta, like it's different types of black people, and it was really good to see that and get to meet different types of black people. Because you would think all black people are the same, but they aren't. And that could be good and bad. Another thing I'm going to touch on is living in a dorm. So I did live in Catherine Drexel Hall, which is the freshman dorm, and I really enjoy it. But compared to the boys' freshman dorm, I feel like KD really doesn't have any unity. Like, most of the girls, like, they really just talk to their friend groups and just like walk past each other, like in and out type of thing. It's like no really bonding or anything. Like, if they aren't your friends, like, you won't see them hanging out in the dorm. But if you're in the boys' dorms, you see them playing pool, you see them watching TV. And I just feel like boys are just more social with each other anyway than girls are. The community showers, they're not really bad to me. At first I didn't think I was going to like them, but I mean, I just get in, get out. As far as the rooms and the space, so Katie has 6 floors, and 1 through 3 are the older floors. Like they didn't get remodeled yet, and 4 through 6 are like the newer floors. The corner rooms are the bigger rooms, and I had a corner room at first, but then I got switched. I'll touch on that later. It was really like, I don't know. I personally just can't wait till next year for KD to get out of KD, but it's not as bad. It's not really bad, and it's like really good to be in KD because you're closer to your classes. The walk from the L and everywhere else is like really, really long. So yeah. Another thing I'm going to touch on is adjusting to a roommate. I'm not going to speak too much about this, but all I'm going to say is I had two roommates in one semester. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just not used to sharing a space. I'm not used to sharing a room. That's really new for me. That was something new I had to adjust to. Like the lights, they might want to keep the light on. You might be ready to sleep. I would just suggest having good communication. Just be open. Just be vocal about how you feel, and you'll be great. Next thing I want to touch on is adjusting to classes. So I feel like, okay, so I took 13 credit hours. In high school, I had 7 classes a day. So in college, it was some days when I had 1 class, and it was some days when I had 3 classes. I had a lot of free time on my hands, free time to do work, free time to chill, free time to sleep. So I would definitely suggest starting off slow at a good pace, and then adjusting to the first semester, and then next year going, like, taking more credit hours than you did first. So we need 29 credit hours to go to sophomore year. So this semester I took 13. Next semester I will be taking 18. As far as adjusting to college academically, like as far as the scheduling and stuff like that for classes, I really had more time on my hands than I was used to, which was a good thing and a bad thing. Another thing I'm going to touch on is the food at the school and in the city. The food in the city is not the same as the food in the city of Chicago. In Chicago, you can go pretty much anywhere and you'll get food for cheap, and it'll be really good. It was a lot of hit and misses in New Orleans when it came to food, and I just like, nah. But as far as the cafeteria, the food is not that good. It gets boring. Wednesdays, fried chicken Wednesdays. Fridays, seafood Friday with the fried fish Friday. It just gets boring, you know. A lot of people like to Uber in food, or, you know, so yeah. Another thing I would like to touch on is having a love life in college, or a dating life. At Xavier, it feels really non-existent. The ratio of boys to girls is really drastic. It's a lot more girls than it is boys. And so if you think you're talking to a boy and you think you're the only one, most likely you are not. Keep you a roster of guys and just focus on yourself and make sure you're straight first. Yeah, don't go to Xavier looking for love. Just go looking for what you came there for, which is your degree. Another thing I would like to touch on is academics. Like I said, Xavier is the top 3 in HBCUs. So if you're not mentally prepared to study every day, study during the day, study during the night. If you're not mentally prepared for papers, you're not mentally prepared for homework. If you're not disciplined, as far as you got to do your work before you can party, or you got to do your work before you can go out or be with your friends, then I would let you know that Xavier is not for you. You definitely have to be disciplined as far as academics. Academics and discipline definitely go hand in hand. Another thing I would like to touch on is the culture of the school. Xavier, like I said, is really focused and rich in academics. The culture is definitely like, we're focused on education, and then anything else is after that. So we're not like a Clark Atlanta or a TSU, Texas Southern. Like, we're not like a You know, we're not like that. Like, we're not a party school, basically. Academics, everything else follows, which is how it should be. Another thing I want to touch on is involvement. It is very important to be involved. It's very important to build your resume so that you can do different things and stuff like that. So a few things that I did this semester was I volunteered with the Max program, and that program basically helps the younger students with their homework. You get a few hours for that. So I got at least 12 community service hours with that program. If I was more consistent, I would have had way more. So next semester, I'm definitely going to. I also got involved with the Xavier activity board, which plans the activities for the students to ensure that we have a balance of academics as well as fun. I also got involved with the Fashion Society, and I went to a lot of events, you know, so it's definitely important to be involved. Another thing I want to touch on is the party scene and the social scene. Like I said, it's important to make sure that you have some. You should not be going out if you have nothing to celebrate. So do your homework, do what you have to do, then you can go out. Partying can be it was really fun, you know, but I made sure that I did what I had to do before I went out and party. The parties can also be very expensive, so make sure you catch those free tickets. Make sure you get on the party promoter board. Promote those parties, get in for free, because parties can be very expensive. Another thing I want to touch on is finances. Before I went to college, I had a job. I was making my own money. When I went to college, I don't have a job. I did not qualify for work study, so I had to prioritize my money. Whatever my parents would send me, I would have to prioritize that and spend it wisely, or else. So yeah, it's important to make sure you save up, stack up your money, and then spend it wisely. Like, skip some weekends going out, skip some days going out to eat with your friends. Like, prioritize your money. It's very important to do that. Also get involved in with like work study. Some students even got a job. I don't have a job there, but when I come back, I have my summer job, so I'm gonna stack up, save up for the next semester. Another thing I want to mention is communicating with your family back home. That is very important. It's always important to make sure you communicate with your family at home. They are your foundation. They are there to help you. They are there to motivate you. So it is important to communicate with them back at home and make sure they're doing good. Make sure you keep in touch with them. I know it can be hard balancing keeping up with them and then doing your schoolwork and stuff like that, but at least give them a call at least once every few days. Or my mom, she calls me. So another thing I want to touch up on is beauty. Looking good. It's hard looking good on a budget, I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I started doing my own hair in like 5th grade, so I know how to do my natural styles. I know how to do all that. But I would definitely suggest investing in a few wigs, because wigs, just look, wigs, look how good it look. Braid your hair down, put your wig on, and you set. So I have like 3 wigs. So I would definitely suggest getting you a few wigs to look good, make sure your hair good. Also, I would suggest practicing a few natural hairstyles, practicing the flat irons, you know, just practice. Another thing I'm going to touch on is mental health. Mental health is very important. Very important. Without proper mental health, your overall health is not it. So mentally, you have to make sure that you're good. Mentally, you have to make sure that you give yourself time. Give yourself time to have you some alone time to socialize. Like, you know, you just have to make sure you have time for yourself. Make sure you do things you like to do, as far as whether that's watching a movie, working out, eating, doing your hair, making sure you look good. Like, you have to make sure you're mentally okay. Read your Bible, write in your journal, whatever. Mentally, you have to make sure that you're healthy. Another thing I want to touch on is transportation. I did a lot of Ubering, which is very expensive. I would suggest getting you a car, paying for the little permit. You will save a lot of money. The gas down there is pretty cheap. So, because Ubering can add up. Definitely can add up. So I would suggest you get you a car. If you have a car, convince your parents to bring you down there. If you don't have a car, Uber with some friends, split the fare, and you're good. Because it's like at Xavier, if you don't have a car or if you don't have no way to get around, you're not gonna have fun. So get off campus. That's another thing. Get off campus. Get a break. Take a break from school. It's important to get off campus because it's like you feel trapped in a box. So you need to break out. You need to break free. And getting off campus can be cool. And the last thing I'm going to touch on is returning for the spring semester of 2020. So my major for 2020 is still going to be public health sciences. And like I said, I will be taking 18 credit hours. The classes that I'm going to be taking is behavioral sciences, African art, intro to psychology, basic statistics, exploring New Orleans, and I forget the other class I'm going to be taking. Oh, English. Can't forget English. And I think that's it. I think that's all. I hit on all the 6 classes I'm taking. The things I'm going to do differently next semester. So I'm definitely going to be involved next semester. I definitely plan on taking. So I'm going to be more busy next semester. First of all, I'm going to be going from 13 credit hours to 18 credit hours. So I'm going to be more busy than I was before. So I'm definitely going to continue to do my community service, continue to be involved in the different things I'm involved in, the different organizations that I'm involved in. I'm going to continue to be involved in those. I'm also going to pick up a leadership course so that I can be an RA, a peer dean, or both. So I'm going to pick up that leadership course. I'm also going to study ahead. I'm not going to study the week of finals. I'm going to try to study as the information comes in because, boy, I failed my public health final. That was a big F, and I went from an F to a B. So that's good. But like I failed my final, so that was like a wake up call. So basically, I would definitely suggest you studying, not when the test is coming, like not a week before, months before. Like study, like as you obtain the information, as you get taught the information, soak it in as it's being taught. And I definitely would recommend Quizlet. This is not sponsored, but Quizlet was definitely a good aid for me. This semester, I also made the dean's list. I do have a scholarship from Xavier. I won't get into that, but I do have a scholarship from Xavier. And to keep your scholarship, you must have a cumulative GPA of a 3.3. And I did meet that requirement, so I am on track to keep my scholarship, so I'm really happy about that. And I also made the dean's list. A friend of mine told me that you must have a 3.0 to be on the dean list regardless, and so I have a 3.3, so I'm happy about being on the dean's list. I'm excited to see those perks. I have friends, but I want to meet more friends outside of my circle, like meet new friends. Like I want to have friends everywhere. Another thing I'm going to do differently, prioritize. So yeah. But overall, Xavier is a very good college and university. I don't see myself leaving. A lot of students are leaving because of how rigorous it is and how hard it is. But you just have to be mentally there. I definitely recommend it, but you definitely have to be mentally ready. because Xavier is not no joke. But yes, that is just my video on my first semester of Xavier. I know it's pretty long, but yeah, hope I got everything out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or ask me on any of my social medias, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. More videos coming to you. Please comment down anything or any suggestions you would like to see next. And thank you. Have a blessed day.